TikTok, there's this really old comedian that constantly sits in
Carlo?
a chair.
He's coming.
Okay.
So-
Would you make sure I have this right?
I'm gonna do that. Since he's now rich and famous, maybe it will rub off on me. Secondly, as the warm-up act, you have to laugh hilariously at everything I tell you. And at the end, just applaud, 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 just to warm up for all the acts that follow. Hello, 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 hello. Testing 1, 2,
Go a
45.
little closer.
A little closer.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to keep that. Got it? Hello, hello. And I need, all right, that's gonna work. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1950s Life Olympics. Over here, we have more than 15 million sperm. Only one will win the gold. On the other side is the single egg, an egg waiting for that special mate. The competitive sperm speedsters step into their starting blocks, while the egg seems to be getting ready as well. And they're off. The sperm are swimming as fast as they can. They surge onward, onward, but many are falling behind. Wait, one is now pulling ahead. He's way ahead of the pack. He made it. He won the gold. The two become one. About 2 weeks after winning the 1950s Life Olympics, the one now splits into two. What was two, the sperm and egg, become one, the fertilized egg. And now they are two identical twins to be. Months have passed. It's mid-October, and the two in the womb are running out of room. They push, they shove. Joseph is born. 3 minutes later, Dominick sees the light. Two voices are now singing their first duet of life. Wah, wah. They are two starting adventure. The two live in Chicago and then in California and finally moved back to Chicago. They are identical. When one calls out to the other, he says, "Hey, brother, come here." They were so identical that their dad could hardly tell them apart. So he called out each one brother. As well, he'd say in an adult, male gruff voice, "Hey, brother, come here." They are two who went to the same grade school, same high school, same college, and even the same professional school. They both became doctors and completed residencies. I love being a twin. We loved being twins. So now you expect some twin stories. After taking a test in 3rd grade, the teacher realized that we got exactly the same questions right and the same ones wrong. Our teacher thought we were cheating, so she put us on the opposite sides of the room and gave us another test, and guess what? Yes, we got the same ones right and the same ones wrong. The teacher was going to outsmart us. After all, she was the teacher. She put us in 2 different rooms. Yes, same one's right, same one's wrong. Was this twin psychic telepathy? We did, after all, finish each other's sentences. What she didn't figure out was that since we studied together, that was probably the reason we got the same ones right, the same ones wrong. We were so identical in 4th grade that Mrs. Ehrlichman, using bright red construction paper, cut out a big red D for Dominick and a big J for Joseph and pinned it to our chests. So she could figure out who the heck was who. Then there was high school. We had a friend who used to run down an exceedingly long hallway towards us, grab one of our ears, yank it down like he was checking a price tag. If it had a freckle on it, She knew that ear belonged to Joseph. During high school, we participated in the arts as co-editors of the school's first literary journal, photographers for the yearbook, singers in various choirs, and participated in band. We were even a part of the school musical. The musical was West Side Story. I was Tony, the leader of the Jets, and my twin brother was Bernardo, the Sharks leader. We got rave reviews, even if they couldn't tell who was who. The skills we learned in high school paid off later in life. As photographers, we had an opportunity to exhibit our images at the same Kansas City art gallery. Now for college. We both went to the same small liberal arts college, Beloit College. Beloit was just over the state line in Wisconsin, close enough for us to get home when we wanted to do so, but far enough away so that our mom and dad wouldn't visit us too often. After our parents dropped us off at Beloit, and as we walked down Fraternity Row, we noticed two things. One was that the frat guys were extremely interested in the freshman women strolling down the street. The second was once they spotted that Joseph and I were dressed in the same identical clothing and that we were identical twins, or possibly clones, they started swearing off dope, booze, and their evil ways. We studied hard in college, but also had fun. Sunday evening to Friday morning, it was go to class and study. Friday afternoon until Sunday afternoon, it was fun time. We played as hard as we studied. One time, Joseph had a date with a lovely young lady for Saturday night. He had a great memory for academic trivia, but not for things like dates with women, and had made a second date with another lovely woman for the same day, same time, even the same event. He suddenly realized his mistake. Oh, what to do? Of course, he asked me to go out with date number 2, while he went out with date number 1. I said, sure, why not? This could be fun. So we double dated. The co-eds did not know who was who. We had a wonderful time. We did this a couple of times. Once, we even went out with identical twin girls. This time, we didn't know who was who. Telling them apart was impossible. When they returned from the washroom, we did not know if they were switching on us. An important lesson was learned after that date. Date switching was a one-way ticket to therapy. Never again was switching dates an option for us. Upon graduation from professional school and completing our residencies, we were both building exciting careers. Joseph was a specialist in diagnosis and treatment of individuals with severe vision loss at the KC Veterans Affairs Medical Center. And I was a professor of pediatrics and binocular vision with a subspecialty in working with adults and children with special needs. We co-authored articles and books and even lectured on the same stage together while finishing each other's sentences. You might think we finally were doing something unidentical. This was not quite true. We both worked with patient populations that few doctors wanted to work with, and we both helped our patients to live a more fulfilling quality of life. It's amazing how the quality of your life improves when you can see. Joseph and I both married nurses and had 2 children, a boy and a girl. The boys were named Joseph and Dominick, and the girls, Christina. That's right, both girls were named Christina. And even though these 2 very identical twins lived in different states and cities, they were never really far apart. Sundays were for phone calls, 2 voices bridging the miles. As we became older, one became gray, the other did not. The not gray twin probably had a bit of help with his hair. Eventually, he saw that getting older was okay, and the almost identical twins became even more identical once again. They were the identical two. Now, at almost 75 years of age, Joseph was in an ICU bed. His heart was kept beating and his lungs breathing by machines. He did not want this. With his daughter on his right hand and son on his left, with Dominick at his feet, one by one, the monitor's lights faded. The beeps fell silent. The rhythmic whoosh of the ventilator stopped. The two, now one. Or were they? As long as we hold our memories within our hearts and minds, are we ever really alone? His memory was a blessing indeed. We are still two.